11.
I have, as a natural ability, I have Expeditious Retreat.
Expeditious Retreat.
I have the ability to, when somebody hits me, they hurt themselves. I still take damage, but they take an equal amount. It's awesome.
Yes, Thorns, nice.
Yeah. Hello everybody, this is Demon here, and welcome to another episode of The Song and the Sword. Wait, The Remnants of Surt, The Song and the Sword. This is Chapter 9. You guys are level 7, you just leveled up, you're in the Fire Isles.
Wow.
Ben's playing Moraine Leftfoot.
Hey everybody, I'm Ben, I'm playing Moraine Leftfoot.
Matt Gowron Gabriev.
Yep.
I did not call you Gabriel.
Hey.
Good job.
Hi. I was totally going to make up a name, and I totally forgot to do that. Okay.
How about Shadow?
How about Irvana?
Sounds very fiery.
How about Hebzibah?
Where's that from?
I don't know. I just knew a girl that was named that.
No.
Everybody called her Bobby, though.
How about Irvani? Okay. Fire Isles. You are slayers of dragon turtle. Heroes! People have... the laughing at Moraine has kind of stopped and died down. People actually using the term halfling. The halfling hero.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You actually hear the word halfling. And it's very halfling. So, Gowron has found him... He's constantly surrounded by girls. You have found yourself with one of them kind of attached to you.
Hey.
She's apparently kind of Indian, as in the country of India looking.
Okay.
Her name is Irvana. She does not speak common, but she keeps the the third generations away from you, which are kind of like the mean ones.
Oh, okay.
So, she's nice. You're going to be spending roughly 2 weeks here. What are you guys doing? I mean, I remember you were looking through a library.
Yeah. Moraine spends a lot of time in the library.
Aaron?
I spend a little time at the library trying to brush up on magic spells and learning arcana stuff. And also looking at engineering to build a, what was that called?
Prosthetic.
A prosthetic made out of like a plate mail glove.
Okay. You did possibly mention this when they were asking you whether or not that you wanted to allow them to open up your arm and weld some metal to your bone. I don't think you were too keen on that one.
Nope.
Possibly because they have no idea what the term anesthetic is.
Or painkiller.
So, Serenith, who is your guide person, watches you over you, sort of, comes to retrieve you, and she shoos away your flock of
Adoring
females,
fans.
adoring fans.
There you go.
And you, Kilgore, and Moraine are taken to the forges. I still don't know what the hell Kilgore's getting. But he doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Who wants to start?
I can go first then.
After you.
Okay. So, he chooses you. So why don't you come up here, son? So, they start... Let's start with boots. Alright, change your boots. Pretty simple. They give you some pretty cool armored boots. These are, do I remember? No, boots of haste.
If I can actually spell.
And it's just plus 10 to speed. Do-do-do. Alright. After that, you are fixed with armor. This is Magma Forged Scale Armor.
Yeah, give me a second to write that down.
Yep.
While he's writing, Marine does a song and dance.
Okay.
Okay, from my perspective, that's a 91.
What is
This is a Masterwork plus 1.
okay. Plus
Yeah. It also gives you a damage resistant 5 fire. I know, space is limited.
That's really flat 5 to fire.
Okay, so AC bonus is plus 5. Armor check penalty is negative 4. Spell failure is 25. And that lowers your speed to 20. Here go the boots.
So I'm back up. Alright.
This is scale armor. It is very interesting in its patterning, and you can explain that if you have something specific in mind. Thing is, it's a very dark metal. The Magma Forge really does it almost makes things black. It's not quite black, but it's a dark steel.
It's like a charred, kind of like...
Kind of a charred looking...
Okay.
However, in the sunlight and in bright light in general, it does have this reddish...
Hue?
Yeah, hue's a good one. And if you stand just right, there is a flame emblem in the center of the chest. All right. They affixed to you a gauntlet. Now, he couldn't quite figure out how to get it have super amount of functionality out of it without welding it to your being. But they fix it pretty tight to your stub. And it does have... It's not a hook, but it's like positioned in such a way that it is perfect for leveraging a sword.
And maybe picking up...
And there is some functionality with the thumb. The actual hand itself doesn't really.
But, so basically I can grip something like a sword,
Oh,
or
yeah.
if I want to, I could pick
You can
like
pick
a rock
up. You
up.
can pick up a torch. You can pick up a rock. It's not.
It's not as
It's better than
dexterous.
anything you've ever seen.
Yeah, it's not as dexterous as a real hand, but...
And it does look like a well-armored gauntlet.
Okay.
Like you actually would have a hand in there. You are then presented with a very large sword.
That's right. Okay.
The Magma Forged Great Sword. Masterwork plus 2. Really just the plus 2. I don't know, maybe we have to add Masterwork to everything. You ready for the damages?
Yeah, go ahead.
It does 2d6 plus 2d4 fire.
2d6. 2d fire.
2d4 fire.
Okay.
This, again, like your armor, is a very dark steel, has a reddish hue. It also has 2 gems in the hilt, which are red, and they glow slightly. Keep writing.
Uh-oh.
2 charges.
2 chart. Put that in ammunition.
Sure, 2 charges. Basically, if you hit a target, you have the option to add 1d6 extra fire damage.
Okay.
The sword, each charge is recharged by leaving your sword in a fire for roughly an hour. That's important to remember. And for now, that's it for you.
Okay.
From the armor. Moraine.
Okay.
Let's see, here's a bone. I guess you would first be presented with your armor.
Okay.
This is chromatic scale armor. It is a leather armor. Masterwork +1. So I think that gives you like a +2 to your overall.
Okay.
When you put this on, you quickly realize that it changes color. Takes a bit to figure out how it works. This gives you a +2 to stealth and a +2 to your performs.
Wow.
Is originally meant for a +2 to stealth, but you can figure out the perform thing. You are then presented with bracers of archery, which gives you a +2 to hit with bows.
Okay.
You are now presented with 4 flaming daggers, masterwork +2.
Nice.
Ready for the damages?
Yep.
It's 1d4 plus 1d4 of fire damage. Ready?
Yep.
You are now presented with the fireball short bow. This bow has 2 charges, in which instead of firing an arrow, you do fire the arrow,
Okay.
but instead of making a ranged attack, you basically cast a fireball. The fireball is equal to 1/2 your caster level rounded down.
1/2 caster level.
And I do have the notes for that.
Okay.
So, they take Gowan off. They kind of get him practiced up with using this prosthetic. You get a chance to use this. This also has 2 gems in the main part of the handle of the bow. You must put it in the fire to recharge it. You like 2 charges. After that, you are presented from Rue each an amulet.
Okay.
For Moraine, it is an amulet of fire resist, DR5 fire.
Okay.
For Gowron, you are presented with the amulet of the inner dragon. Some artifact they had lying around they thought would be good for you. Minus 25% to spell check penalties. And when they place it on you, it does seem to invoke some sense of feeling deep within your being. As members of the Fire Isles, you are now permitted to stay here as long as you like. There will be a point at which, staying at the hotel is not free. But for the next week or so, you're good.
Okay.
You're great heroes. Who do not speak Draconic. It's weird.
Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Put points in linguistics.
Things that I had forgot to mention at some point. You notice a lot of kobolds running around here. They do seem to be treated like second-class citizens. They're clearly not slaves, but they're not necessarily treated as well as other humans. Other than that, it's really a tropical thing. There's the fire people and the water people. The water people down under the water. And there's a lot of fishing here, but obviously there's places where they do not fish, which is probably above water people cities. And really, you're just hanging out in the firehouse. And of course, you get free passage back to... You get free passage to wherever you want, but...
Okay.
This is where you take it. I want to go to that country over there. Railroading you to the Republic of Alioth.
Okay.
So, if there's anything else that you would like to do in the Fire Isles.
She just thanks everyone and wishes them well and sings and dances and plays her instruments and
Darren?
I think I'm good there. I mean, besides probably saying goodbye to Kilgoth.
Kilgore? Well, Kilgore is on the boat with you.
Oh.
So, yeah, he's leaving. He's been rather silent lately.
What about that one that was always attached to me? She's not following me around still.
Ivani, with much sadness, she will let you go.
Okay.
And with much fanfare, you can all leave the Fire Isles with the whole piers filled with people waving back to the heroes who have served Akresh, their master, yea.
wow, that was pretty crazy. Marine says to Gowron.
Yeah. At least you didn't lose a hand.
I still have it. It's preserved. Boop.
Kraken!
I cast Fireball at it.
You got Fireball now?
I have a Fireball short bow. But it's only half caster level, so.
Oh.
Yeah, because 76s was too stupid.
Just imagine if I was just an actual mage. I'd be getting my level 3 spells now. Be like, Fireball.
Yeah.
Lightning.
So, Floodbook. It's where most of the trading from the Fire Isles to the Republic of Alioth go through. And you pull into this harbor, and it's getting kind of late. It's probably time to find an inn. It's actually dark out, technically. As you go looking for an inn, you do see a flyer. And on the flyer is a name that you recognize. And when you see that, you realize that it is the Beastmaster person who you sold the egg to has put out a reward for the person who has stole this particular egg.
My baby.
Just as an FYI.
Mm-hmm.
Also, your undead horse is still sitting where you left him.
Oh, excellent. I'm so glad. Put all my extra stuff on there.
Okay. Yeah.
Man, we just got to get like a tapestry to put over this thing.
So, you want to head to an inn. Now, this is something my brain created at a moment, and because I was not ready for this, I did not write anything down.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to wing everything.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
As soon as I can remember what I was doing. So let me see. So you approach an inn, and you hear singing inside, and it sounds very jolly and cheerful and whatnot. You open the door, and then this halfling guy up on a table with roguish good looks, a rapier, halfling-sized rapier, at his side, and he's clearly the person who is singing and doing all this cheerful. And he goes, "In walks a beautiful lass."
I was just singing.
It's good.
Like, me good, or?
You can make a roll. No, it's not you good. But it is definitely good enough to get the group here moving.
Oh, well, that's because they're drunk.
Okay.
That's right.
And he does this somersault off the table, lands, holds out his hand, and says, "Would you care to dance?"
Maria has her arms folded up and looks at him. You're flat. But yes, I would love to dance.
All right. So he takes your hand.
Okay.
Okay, this is where you roll your perform check.
Where'd my thing go? Here's my skills. Dance.
Okay.
22.
Okay. He rolled about a 25. Now, the crowd is loving this. Lots of people doing this. There's some other people playing music to this guy who's singing, and he's making a little song about, oh, you are wonderful in your cool armor and your blah, 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 and you're such a great dancer, blah, blah, blah. And then you kind of do this thing, and he leans over, and he gives you a kiss. You're going to roll a will saving throw.
Oh, he did not just do that, did he?
Yeah.
Why is my what? Oh, wrong one. 15.
Okay. You fail. You are fascinated. I says,
Is
my
that a
friends,
song?
my family, it is time for me to go. And he pulls out his hat. He's got like his little captain's hat. And he's holding out for donations. You want to donate to him?
Not really.
Okay. And he collects his gold and he says, I'm off to Waters Meet. That is my next city. I hope to be back within a month's time. I bid you adieu. Especially you, pretty lady. And with that, he walks out of the door. And people are kind of like, oh.
Oh, how beautiful he is.
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
You're like,
Smitten.
yeah. It's a very small action. Don't worry about it too much.
Just playing coy.
Okay. She plays cool. And people kind of going back to their drinks, ordering more alcohols and stuff like that.
Okay.
Am I getting drunk? Nope.
His constitution. Want a room for the night?
Yep.
Somebody comes over. Says, would you like a meal? Beer, alcohol? We got the wine. We have plenty of seafood. Oysters at half price today.
I'll take just the plain meal, Marine says.
Okay. So, I think you got plenty enough stuff to just don't even bother writing this down.
Okay.
You get a room for the night. And I don't know how you sleep. I don't know how much time you have to how much you disrobe before you get into bed. It's about this time that Moraine realizes that the wand of shocking graphs is missing.
That son of a bitch. She starts cursing in every language that she knows. Halfling, Common, Goblin, and Elven. Very, very thoroughly in Elven.
Aaron, across the hall there's a door. On the other side of the door seems to be a very pissed female halfling.
Ah. You okay in there?
I curse all the way to the door very loudly in Goblin. And open it up and start and tell him that no good GGDB FBCDFZ halfling stole my wand of shocking grasp.
Should we make chase?
Yes. I'm going to kick his keister all the way to the Fire Islands.
Alright.
And then back.
Okay. How do you go about making chase? Let's make this a skills challenge.
Skills challenge.
Do we have to?
Yes.
I'm terrible
A
at this.
nighttime skills challenge.
Alright.
What level are you guys these days?
7.
11.
Okay. We'll do an easy one. A very good one. Roll initiatives.
That is what? That is 23.
19.
Okay. Gowron goes first. Your goal is to track down and find this halfling person.
All right.
And or gather the information you need to find him.
I am going to use my perception to see if he. Let's see here. How would be a good way to say that? To see if he accidentally dropped something, bumped into somebody.
Okay. What are you using?
Perception.
Okay.
That is a 15.
No. You find nothing that he... Nothing. It's not that your perception was so bad, so much as he probably just didn't. I mean, he was picking stuff up, so...
Yeah.
This is what's bad about a fighter, is that...
Yeah, I know. This is not a good thing for you.
Okay. I'm going to use knowledge. Local to figure out the best path that he probably took to go to the city.
Go.
Okay. 15. No, wait. Yeah, 15.
That's another failure.
Why don't I just take 10? Maybe 20.
My turn again?
Yep.
We're gonna lose him.
Shake a guy down.
Yeah.
Shake a guy down.
Okay.
Let's see. Alright, well, I'm going to try to intimidate somebody for information.
Alright.
Which is a 10, which is a failure.
Jeez.
My skills are not that high.
Well, okay, you failed.
You're asking a fighter to do a lot of skills where I could...
Well,
cut
I
people.
assumed intimidate was something that you were going to be good at. And you guys rolled, what was it, a 3 and a 5?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Okay. So, you get this guy's name, Captain Flynn. He did say he was going to Watersmeet.
Okay. Well, it's time to out-thief a thief. You know where he's going.
Right. But you guys did have a long trip at sea, and you do have that... Have you ever had that situation where you've been either A, on an airplane, or B, even a long car ride, where all day you spend moving, and now you're not moving, and now it's like everything's moving because you're not moving? You ever have that? Okay, well that's what your characters are having.
Okay.
It's a thing,
Okay.
especially when you get off an airplane. Yeah, you go to sleep. You are awakened to some pounding and beating on the walls next to your room. And somebody, it seems like there's a struggle.
Okay.
And there is a muffled cry for help.
I burst down the door.
All right.
Did you just hear what you said? Instead of like going like and hitting the door, you'd be like,
Do me a strength check.
Oh no, I have a -1 to my strength. 6. I rolled a 7, so I have 6.
You attempt to burst down the door.
alright, I'll try to burst down the door.
Go, get up.
Strength check?
Yeah.
That would be...
You burst down the door.
Oh. 1 foot. And cast light.
So you see 3 surprised faces. 2 are people who are clothed in not necessarily the nicest of attire.
Okay.
They're like trying to tie up this guy who is in his pajamas, I guess you could say. And this guy wears pajamas that are fairly nice. And, one of them, they all look at you. One guy's got, this guy's like a rope around this guy's hands. The other guy's like holding a dagger. And there's this moment where they just stare at you.
So we got opportunity.
I use perform and use fascinate on all three of them.
Okay.
DC 17 will.
Do you want me to try to perform with you, even though my perform is like 2?
I won't.
Fail, and fail. Okay. They're all fascinated. What does fascinate do?
Essentially, they just kind of sit there.
Okay. So, before when you had 3 people staring at you, surprised, one of them like, help is here. The other 2 like, oh my god, who are you? Now you just have 3 people that are like, oh.
I take the rope that they were trying to tie the other guy up and tie everybody up.
Okay.
Until we can figure out what's going on.
So, Garen dashes past you, rips the rope from the guy's hand, starts tying people up before they know what the hell's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You now have 3 confused people. 2 of them tied up. I assume you disarmed them.
Yeah.
And a guy who is untying his feet, I guess, or something. Figure they try to hog tie him or something.
Okay.
And this guy who's dressed in this nice white pajamas is like, thank you! Can one of you get to the guards or something, please?
You want me to? Alright, I'll run outside and grab the guards.
Okay, this guy looks at you and he looks at the big guys and hopes they're tied up appropriately.
Should I do a... is there anything I could do that makes me do it fast?
Give me a streetwise check.
A what?
Streetwise.
Streetwise?
Yep. I'm sorry, not knowledge local.
I don't have a knowledge.
I know, just roll me a d20.
17.
Yeah, you find it here pretty quick.
Yay! Where was that when I had the skill challenge?
Yeah, I know. That and you're bashing down the door, I mean. Oh, this is an action! So, Gowan runs off to get a guard. What are you doing?
I'm watching them. If I think that they're struggling, I'm going to fascinate them again.
Oh,
Or
guy,
I could use animate rope and...
this guy, kind of shaking,
Okay.
kind of smoothing out his clothing, standing up, kind of more proper. Garen comes in with a guard. Guard goes, oh, you folks again. You ain't getting out of the dungeon this time. So I guess he's just gonna start yanking their, I was gonna say yanking their chain, but throwing them out very roughly. Bringing them.
And don't come back, honeys.
You had to throw it in here.
Yep.
So, he says, thank you. This guy, he's still in his pajamas. He seems rather flustered that he has to talk to you in his pajamas. But he says, thank you for that. I locked the door, but it didn't do much good now, did it? He just waits a minute, and he'll kind of jittery dig out a coin purse, pull you out a couple. I wonder if the speaker caught that. Pull out a couple gold pieces and hand you. I don't know. Hand you 5 gold pieces each.
Thank you, good sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then?
As soon as you two leave, I'm going to barricade the door.
Sounds good.
Yes. Perhaps I'll see you in the morning.
Yes.
Good night.
Bye.
And you hear the sounds of a man barricading the door. I think he's just sneezing or something. He used to make a lot more noise. He used to cough. He used to cough all the time. I gotta delete that, damn it. So, after that, you get a pretty nice sleep. And in the morning, you have breakfast.
Okay.
It's hard to get something other than seafood here,
Meh.
but they breakfast it up a bit. Some bread, some fishy sticks, whatnot. And down comes this more noble-ish looking guy. He's not what you can call a noble, but he's definitely wealthier. And he sits down to have dinner. And,
Hiya, honey.
good morning. Thank you again for last night. That is rather uncomforting. Normally I travel with a bodyguard, but I guess I should have kept doing that. Patrick Siebold, and he holds his hand out to shake. So, you two should probably roll me a check.
A check? Like, how much do you want?
This is probably a knowledge local. I'm also giving you 5th edition style advantage. So roll 2 d20s and take the biggest one.
Okay. I can always just take 10, which would be 20. But
Good thing I rolled 2. 15.
Okay. You both recognize the name.
okay.
Gower knows who it is, but it takes a second to be like, oh yeah. Moraine, you remember in the very beginning when we started this game and you were standing in line and you had to vote for somebody to be the representative of Akuna? And you had a 4-sided rock
Yep.
with 3 candidates, and you rolled the 4th side, and I don't remember if you wrote in a name or something. This is one of those candidates. He is the guy who got elected. He is the representative of Akuna, chosen to go to Watersmeet. And you both also remember that one of the reasons that Captain Sevis in Kalea was so undermanned is because he had to provide a security detail to that damn Seabold, the damn politician Seabold, going to Watersmeet.
Wow.
He's your politician.
We saved his life.
Yay! Woo! So, he asks you to join him for breakfast.
Sure.
So, where are you from?
Cert.
Well, I guess we were originally from Cert.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Well,
Moment of silence. Okay, that's enough silence. This is pretty horrible.
I heard. Suddenly. I was in Watersmeets by the time I got the message. That's not so good. How many survivors were there?
As far as we know, 2. But we didn't find my brothers. We didn't find two of my brothers. One of them was dead.
Oh, dear.
And my mother was taken. We couldn't find her. My father was killed.
I'm sorry to hear this. Wow, that took a morbid turn for it, now, didn't it?
Yep.
So what are you up to these days?
We're an adventuring band.
Like a band of adventurers or an adventurers that play musical instruments?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's great.
I pull up my ukulele.
Cool.
I pull out my
What does that sound like? What is it?
flute.
Well, it's a ukulele and a violin together. I start playing one way. Dee, 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 dee. And I switched over to the violin. 27.
Okay, I was waiting for this. Resist 35. He loves it. Well, I need to head to Waters Meet. And if you're interested, I can take you into the next council meeting and we can request more information on CERT. But I'm heading there anyway because we need to talk about these black-skulled barbarians. Did you hear what happened to Brookstone? About a week ago? Oh dear.
She shakes her head. Nope.
Well, it is as far as we know, it is a repeat of CERT.
Wow.
So I have to head to Waters Meets for the council meeting there. You're welcome to accompany me. I can't guarantee you any answers. In fact, I'll pay you as bodyguards if you're adventurers.
Sounds like a great idea. Oh, wait, hang on. I gotta converse with my buddy here. Hey.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other one's like,
Catches on fire. Why did you get such fancy armor?
Wait, well, that's I punch him. Before you can say it, I punch him.
Okay.
No, it's more like close to the stomach.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I drew a little bit on your head as you do that.
And I give him a couple more just, fun punches, bluffing it up.
Which I don't believe a word you said.
Hang on. That'd be 15.
I think I can give him a 10 for his will saving throw. He believes you.
Okay.
He gets it.
Alright, just that I'm going to say, we got an adventuring. We went through all these fiery trials. Boop, boop, boop.
Interesting.
Right?
Sure.
Well, I'm glad that you're not letting your past keep you down.
Me too?
Single cheer.
We're eventually going to go after the barbarians.
I plan to head out in a couple hours.
Okay.
And if you join me at the stables, we will head out.
Alright. We'll get ours.
Okay.
I go find some tapestry somewhere so I can wrap up the horse so it looks less horrible.
Okay. So let's talk to Matt. So here you are down here in Floodwood, it's Floodwood down here. No, this is Floodwood, where this little diamond is. That represents a town. These are the Griffon Cliffs. Now, this road, especially right in this area, can tend to be a little sketchy as far as the safety side of things. Griffins are big creatures.
Mm-hmm.
They do have a tendency to take down things such as goblins, children, halflings.
Oh God!
Generally in large bands they don't deal with much, especially if they're flying on an individual level. But if they're pack hunting, this is an area where nobody takes their, say, goats or sheep or anything like that. If it's bigger, or if it's smaller than a large sheep or a cow, generally nobody takes this road. Unless they have a lot of guards. Now, larger amount of people, a couple carriages, Griffons tend to not bother. Usually.
Mm-hmm.
So, that is the planned path because this is actually the fastest way to Watersmeet. Essentially what you do is you come up the road to the Twins, and or the Twin Peaks, and then you take a boat up to Watersmeet.
Okay.
It's much faster than going all the way to the rift, coming all the way back and up the roads. And despite the Griffon Cliffs, it's actually safer.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
if there's anything else you'd like to do before you leave town?
Nah.
Nope. Let us get onward. Oh, gotta remember where that stupid halfling went. Write that down. I'll find him eventually.
Alright.
Skill challenge time.
Pretty soon, actually.
I'm a fighter, not a skilled person.
So, you're heading out. Siebel has a covered wagon, and he has hired a couple other guards, 2 other guys. This is from a reputable mercenary company out of Watersmeet. So, probably trustworthy. Ish. And you have your wagon. You head out. Your first night, everybody's taking watch. A small shadow approaches Moraine. Hi, Master.
Oh, minion! Number 3. Oh my god. Hi.
Hi.
We'll come into the fire.
Okay.
As he walks into the fire.
No.
Dawn rises. And, you hear somebody shout, I got one! And these men pull out their swords and start coming closer.
I fascinate them.
They are fascinated.
You don't even have to roll.
Minions.
Yeah. Okay, I shoot minion behind me a little bit here.
Okay. You can take some time to convince them that
Yeah.
he's a good goblin.
It's okay.
Garen, he is another goblin.
Meh.
I love it.
Just don't let this one get eaten.
Okay.
Do you remember the...
Yeah, I'll try not to do that again.
So you're heading down the road.
Yep.
This is where everybody rolls perception checks.
Do I have to?
Yep. Ugh.
That would be a 29.
13.
Okay. So Garen notices this, and this makes me sad. A large shadow quickly flashes over the landscape.
I saw a shadow.
I look up.
Griffons.
Oh god, halflings and goblins hide.
You guys go underneath the cart, scuttle underneath there.
It was really sad because if you didn't see them, you were just going to hear a thump and a goblin go.
Great, now I'm protecting your goblin.
Thanks, buddy.
Alrighty. This is going to be a skills challenge.
And I'm going to fail.
Not with those rolls.
This is freaking perception. I have plus 12 to it.
Oh, yes. How do I do this Let's see, you can't pass an average skill challenge.
That's just because we roll like crap.
You're level 7, right?
Yes.
Okay. You can't fail this.
So he says.
Here comes the ones.
Okay, you are going to roll
Skills.
initiatives.
Okay.
Initiatives. What is mine again?
5.
Mine is 11.
Okay, Gavin goes first. So your objective is to A, alert everybody that there are griffins circling around you.
Okay.
B, do not get attacked by griffins. C, do not get eaten by griffins. And D, either shoo them away or force them to land.
Okay.
I go first. I guess I got to.
Garen's turn first. Remember now that you do have the ability to use magical abilities for other stuff, like a flame burst to flavor your intimidate checks and stuff.
Oh.
And to use a spell or something, you would use Arcana.
Okay.
Knowledge Arcana.
Oh, which is another thing I was going to add to you.
I have a +4.
I want you to somewhere down here. I want you to write in down here. What's your level? 7. Just underneath it, just put 7. STR.
STR,
Strength. STR. What's your strength mod?
which is 4.
4. So put a 4 there.
Equals
4, 5, 6,
11.
7. So put an empty space for where you would put rank,
Okay.
and then for here put a +3 because I feel like it. All right, this is athletics. This is something that should be on this fucking sheet. So that bottom one is athletics. That is what you will use to like do physical movements that are not graceful.
Okay.
Because that's the one thing Pathfinder fucked up. So, Garen, Griffon's flying overhead of you. What shall you do?
Probably, I'm trying to think of something I can use to alert everybody. But what skill would be good for that? Like, if I use spellcraft and shot a light spell, that wouldn't work, would it? Ghost sound. I got ghost sound. So I can project my voice.
Spellcraft or Arcana for that.
Spellcraft or Arcana. Let me take a look what it's higher.
Spellcraft is pretty much your crafting.
That's crafting. I'll just use Knowledge Arcana.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's all I can use to do it, but let's see how bad it is. 10. That is a failure.
Moraine,
Okay.
the undead horse, and minion number 3. Here you're... Hey, there's Griffons there. Moraine, it's your turn.
Okay. She's going to use her song instead to try and warn everyone around.
Okay.
16.
Okay. That is a success. You literally had to roll a 1 in order to fail that. That's how low the DC is.
Everybody is alerted.
Everybody suddenly becomes alerted. They first look at you like, music? Oh. Griffons? Oh. OMG. They can see me. So, Garen, people are... They stop the wagon. They tell Siebold to stay inside his covered wagon thing. And they pull their arms and are ready for a fight. And they're just kind of watching these things. What shall you do?
My skills are so bad. I'm going to try to intimidate the Griffons.
Okay. How does Gowron intimidate these Griffons? Wait, roll it first and see how bad it is.
I don't suppose that Moraine could be using her inspired competence on him
Hold on a second.
because it gives +3 to skills.
How did that work?
Well, it's part of her singing.
10.
Okay, you failed to scare these Griffons.
This is why you don't give me a skills challenge.
Apparently. That's okay, you don't get hurt this time.
Moraine does.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay. Knowledge nature. Actually, knowledge arcana. And I'm going to use grease on them.
It's a brilliant idea.
Okay. 26.
That's a success. Okay, so you cast grease on them?
Yes.
Alright, so they suddenly become enveloped in greasy stuff, and now they are having a very hard time staying aloft. And they're kind of doing this, like, not crashing, but like, mayday, 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 mayday type thing towards the ground. Garrett.
Okay. The highest thing I got is perception.
I perceive where they're going to mayday crash and get everybody away.
Make sure that we don't go that way.
Yeah, okay, well, I'll use my perception to try to figure out where they're going to eventually land and try to disperse the people away from those locations.
Got it.
Here comes the one! And that one didn't land.
Yeah, it's really.
17.
That is a success. You basically put a boot up to minion number 3 and give him a shove. And he kind of goes flying off the side as this thing hits the ground, and because he's still coated in grease, kind of slides into the back of the cart. And there's a lot of flapping and screeching of this half eagle, half lion looking thing as it seems to be having a difficulty getting its
Bearings.
its footing. Let's say that. Another 2 are dropping. One of them seems to be like catching its flight balance thing. Moraine.
Okay. I use knowledge nature to figure out anything that would just maybe scare them away, or just if we could decide if we could just talk to them and say, hey, go somewhere.
You gotta roll it. Okay. Figure these large griffin things, which you'd read about.
Mm-hmm.
They probably do understand some common, depending on how much contact they actually have with humans. So they're still very instinctual.
Mm-hmm.
They're on the ground, which is kind of not good news as far as attack things. You're thinking with a small pack of 3 birds, or 3 griffins, if they suddenly realize that they cannot easily eat you, they will probably take off.
Okay.
But then again, the one that's on the ground right now is so greased up, he's probably not going nowhere.
Mm.
His feathers will stick. Yeah, move that. Move that.
You're not leaving the last one up.
Karen, this is up to you.
It's up to you.
I'm terrible.
Just intimidate the crap out of them.
Yeah, with the intimidate of 5.
Just roll high.
Roll above 5.
That would be a 17.
That would be a success.
Woo!
I intimidate them.
Okay. This other one's coming in. Figure he's going to snatch somebody. Well, he's falling towards the ground. And you come up kind of out of its peripheral and scare the shit out of it. It kind of swerves and kind of barrel rolls into the ground.
So we got 2 on the ground, 1 flying.
2 on the ground, one's kind of it is coming down for a landing. It is having trouble staying up, but this one's not failing its role. So, you have successfully succeeded in this. Minion did not get eaten.
Dang it.
Your DC was 12.
Doing terrible.
And that's all we have for today. Tune in next time.